Well, hello, my beautiful Taurians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of December 2024, right through to the end of January 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And I just want you to be aware that I'm using a deck that has a rogue card in it. It's different from all the other cards and it's meant to be there. So don't be freaking out when you see there's an unusual card in this deck. It is there and it doesn't pop out often, but when it does, it's really special. So let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their career and money situation? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? So the first card there, of course, is financial growth. You've been working really hard, and I feel a lot of you, it is business as usual, but you may be trying to strategize a plan to be more productive in a nomadic sense. So I feel outdoors, of course, maybe you want to take your business on the go. Some of you may even be contemplating working with family members over the next coming weeks and months. And if you already work in your family industry, I feel there is an energy of, you know, everything coming together as it should, tying up loose ends before you close out the year, and trying to switch off. Really hard when you work for the family business, perhaps. You know, everyone's always talking about it, or, you know, you're still spending time with your nearest and dearest, and it's always, you know, connected. You know, work and family kind of like go hand in hand. So it can be challenging at times, but I do see that things will run a little bit smoother over the next coming weeks and months there. Now, the majority of you, if you're not connected to that energy, I just see that you're working really hard for stability. I feel it's business as usual. You're focusing on your projects. You're working really hard to finish what you start and really close out this year on a high. The 8 of Cups can indicate that some of you are looking back at the year you've just had in your career sector, because it can be a period of review where you feel a little bit not disappointed, but not fully content with the way things went. It can indicate that you're looking for new ways to be enthusiastic about whatever it is that you do. It could also indicate that you're so over 2024 and you really are in need of a rest. You're exhausted and you actually can't wait to get 2025 up and running and hope that there is change and transformation there. But I do see that you're in the planning stages of moving on to something that is more fulfilling for you at this time. So some of you may be contemplating moving, putting your resume out there, finding alternative opportunities or even alternative paths to doing whatever it is that you do, okay? I definitely see you doing a lot of soul searching over the next coming weeks about how you're making your mark in your industry. And for some of you, because you're starting pretty much with an 8 of Cups, if you come to this reading and you've already just walked away from a position or you were made redundant and you're feeling a little bit vulnerable at this time, I definitely see that there's 2 options coming in for you regarding work placements or opportunities, and I feel that there's a real team vibe going on. I feel you may have an interview or a panel. I'm being given a panel, like you get to second, third stage interviews, and you like meet a panel of people who really love what you're about. They love your work ethic, your talent, your gift, and I feel that they will offer you the job pretty much straight away. So it could even be that you walk out of the interview, and if it's through an agency, for example, it could be that they call the agency straight away and say, we love Taurus, we want to hire them, let's talk about money. For some of you, it could be that, it's only a couple of days, I would say 3 days max, before they actually reach out and say, the job is yours. And you'll start this in the new year is what I see there. So if you are looking for a role and you're feeling just a little bit challenged at this moment in time, know that there are 2 opportunities coming your way, but one of them is really a nice fit for you. And I feel it is a great status role. So it could be that you are in a managerial role or an assistant to someone who is in a pole position, for example. And I feel that, you'll fit right in to this company. And if you're an entrepreneur and you are looking to diversify with that 2 of Pentacles, I feel like you are in a very explorative phase over the next coming weeks, trying things out. I feel like you are trying to find a way to bring in some sort of passive income or, set something up, whether it's real estate or whether it's something online, something that ticks over in the background for you so that you can go off and pursue other things, because I see this diversifying energy about you. But let's get to each individual card there. The first card there is the tree, which is all about wealth, the money tree. Okay, so I feel like some of you are shaking that money tree, seeing what falls down. And I see here with the 2 of Pentacles, this can indicate that right now you are seeing money come in and then go out on bills. It could be that you're moving your money about a little bit, saving a little bit, shuffling it about, repayment plans. On a personal level, I feel like you are actually on a trajectory to increase your wealth, because you're going from a 2 of Pentacles, which is kind of like you, maybe treating yourself or paying bills, all the things that we have to do. And the Queen of Pentacles is to multiply your wealth, but it is hard work. So I definitely see that you're going to have lots of money-making ideas during this period. Now, of course, this card indicates stability, planting roots. So a lot of you are actually thinking about where you belong when it comes to your career sector. You may be looking at people to collaborate with or looking at countries that you feel an affinity to. If you're an entrepreneur, you could be looking for countries outside the one you're already in that may offer you better options when it comes to your finances. And you may be looking logistically of how to migrate your business. A lot of you are thinking about second streams of income or second jobs there. You may even take something seasonal during this period, or you're trying to balance seasonal work. But I also feel you're a very talented person, and there's something here like a new idea with that Ace of Swords that you will launch or have a breakthrough on. Everything will come together as planned. It could be something you're working on behind the scenes right now. And I feel with that 3 of Pentacles, your plans start to take shape and you're building something. I feel like you're building your empire there. So it says here, financial growth coming to fruition, abundance, outdoors jobs, family business, there we go, and stability. So this can indicate that some of you, you may be doing something that your family has always done, but I also feel this like maverick energy about you where you want to launch something new, or you want to like spin off into a different direction. And I feel that's equally going to be very rewarding for you, especially since we've got that 8 of Cups. It's like you're searching for what next. Okay, it can also indicate that you're on a journey of discovery in your career sector. So you have bright new ideas to enhance your work ethic, be more productive, but also feel more fulfilled, utilize your skill set, and really articulate your needs from a healthy place. I do see an important meeting that's been put off and put off. It could be an appraisal, but I feel like you'll have this in the next 6 weeks, and I feel it's actually going to be a really welcome kind of meeting, because it feels like people are working together. There's teamwork. I feel like some of you may be offered a course of learning or some sort of skill set building. Also, some of you may actually have some sort of team building exercise over the next coming weeks or months if you work in a company. I feel it's more in the next 6 weeks, right? That's the energy that I've got coming through. And if you are an entrepreneur, you are a boss, it could be that you're brainstorming ideas to kind of like book in a team building exercise for the people who work for you, and how it can bring everyone together, but also stimulate them to be more excited about their role. Okay, so it could be something that you're trying to look for at this time, and it's something that you will find. You will discover that, okay? Now, the Eight of Cups also indicates you're doing a lot of soul searching, wondering where you feel like you belong. And some of you with that Eight of Cups there, it can indicate that you want to venture into the unknown. You may be thinking about a bit of a course correction for 2025. Not all of you, of course, but some of you may be thinking about spinning off into a different direction. Maybe, migrating your skill set, maybe even migrating your skill set to set up your own business, because of course that is a bossing up card there. So it could be that you're launching an entrepreneurship and you're going solo at this time, and you're utilizing your knowledge to build your empire. I feel a lot of people are going to be drawn to your skill set. You're going to have clients or people watching your industry or utilizing your services, and I feel that you will start to multiply your wealth, and you'll see it increase in 2025 there as well. Now, of course, the Eight of Cups can also indicate that you're so in need of a break. This is about you taking a trip. So I feel a lot of you are getting everything done. You're very productive over the next coming weeks, and you feel this slow unwinding of the year where you're like, and relax. Don't get me wrong. I feel like you are still busy. Two of Pentacles indicates that you're multitasking. You have a lot to do in your personal life as well as in the working environment. And some of you, the Two of Pentacles can indicate that you are moving money around to pay bills on time, or save, or maybe take down some repayment plans, or put some away for your pension. And I feel a lot of you are trying really hard not to overspend during this time. So I feel that a lot of you are not buying anything that's like unfulfilling. Okay, it's like quality over quantity is what I see you doing there right now. And when you get an Eight of Cups, this is a protagonist energy. So it means some of you may have to make a major decision over the next coming weeks, deciding between doing something that you love or money and security, okay? And because you have the Two of Pentacles, I feel you can have the best of both worlds. So for some of you, it could be that you are very creative and you are someone who likes to express yourself through your work, whether it is you're a painter, artist, sculptor, or a musician, actor, writer, whatever it is that you do. You may feel that you need to have like a second stream of income to tide you over during moments of pause on whenever it is that you do. And I see that you could take a corporate role, for example, or take a role that actually brings in a steady amount of money, but also leaves you flexible to do the other thing, as it were. And for some of you, you may actually take that seasonal role where you're having something secondary to tide you over. I feel you may do something in your industry that actually helps you network as well. So if you are like a freelancer, you may take up a role that actually helps you network for your next one. It feels like it's your calling card. Whatever you just did, everybody loves it and they want to hire you again, or there's a new project that comes along because of it. Now, of course, if you are in an industry where you work for a company, the Eight of Cups could indicate that some of you are leaving. You want to go to this new position over here, or you may even think about be seconded to another branch, or maybe even wanting to be more nomadic in your working environment and asked to be relocated somewhere. Also, some of you, there may be actually a relocation in the works for your company. So if you are, working at an office, you may hear of a refurbishment where the offices are moved around, or the floors are shuffled up and people are in different places. Or it could even be that they're actually moving to a different building, okay? And it may feel a bit chaotic at first, but it feels like the move may occur over the next coming weeks, so that when people return in January, it feels a little bit more stable and settled. So that's coming through there as well. But ultimately, Eight of Cups indicates that you want to feel satisfied in your working environment, and you're thinking about where to next. So a lot of your energy this coming, next 6 weeks is like you learning more and trying to upskill and move into a different pay grade and think about the next steps. You're really like planning 2025. So I do feel a winding down energy, but that Two of Pentacles indicates that you also have other things on the go. And it is a month to be really kind of flexible, because I feel there is a lot going on. There's a lot of juggling energy going on. But also this card can represent choice. So I feel you are making some big decisions this month and everything starts to come together. You're going to see your plans start to really bear fruit. I do see that you're going to be busy. Two of Pentacles indicates there's a lot going on, okay? I hate to say that, but I mean, most of you like being busy as long as you're feeling fulfilled and you're making an impact and a mark in your industry, which I feel like you are. Now we've got the gears, okay, so maybe a shift in pace going on in, I would say, the beginning of January. I mean, that's an obvious thing to say. Everyone kind of like moves into January at a like slow pace, but I feel you really pick up pace in January. You're like, yeah, I'm raring to go. I feel like you got new ideas. I feel like you're inspired. A lot of you needed a break in order to be recharged and motivated again. Some of you may have had some brain fog or just felt really exhausted mentally over the last couple of months or years. And I feel that, you know, this rest is really going to rejuvenate you there as well. Now, of course, this card is about putting plans in motion. And these may be plans that you've had on the back burner for a while, or things that you've been dipping into occasionally. I feel a lot of you are tying up loose ends, but also some of you, you know, you're winding down your work to the point where you can do things that perhaps you've left to the side to do. So it could be like you've got all your documents and your spreadsheets and everything all in order, and then you're like, I really want to clear out my desk, or I really want to create my office at home. If you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you may be winding down in a position that you hired as a shared working environment, and you may be deciding to work from home because it makes more money sense as long as you are able to be focused. And some of you, it's the opposite, because you have the Three of Pentacles. It's like you want to keep that integration element. So it could be that you're going to split your time, because the Two of Pentacles is like diversifying. It's spending a little bit of time here, a little bit of time there. So it could be that you have a shared working environment so you can mix with like-minded individuals, but at the same time, you know, do some of your work at home. And a lot of you may also take some work home with you this month. Even if you work in an office for a company, there may be something on your mind, and it could be that you're brainstorming a different approach to something. And I also see here that something that's been hidden, it's a communication that's been hidden either in your industry. Could be rules, regulations, or policies changing, or it could be some important information like someone big in your industry is leaving or stepping down. This may be revealed at the end of the year. Okay, I mean, I've got it on a cusp energy, so it could be right in the very first week of January, but I actually feel it's more in December that you'll hear this information. And when that happens, it feels very much like there is room for maneuver. So if you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling where you're at right now, I feel suddenly there are opportunities and positions opening up, because it's almost like this person was the gatekeeper. It could be someone who was there for a very long time and was very set in their ways, okay? Now, of course, if you're an entrepreneur, I feel this could be you putting those new ideas into practice, launching new strategies or parts of your business, maybe even trying out different social media platforms to promote your work is what I see there as well. It says money flow, hard work, putting plans in motion, building, taking time off, security, and team. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are asking who is on your team, who's on your side. And you may be, you know, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, it can be really isolating. And you may be like really yearning to reach out to like-minded individuals, or even look at your family unit, who's got your back, who supports your dreams. They don't have to actively have a role in it, but they can be, you know, cheering you from the sidelines. And if you feel a little bit bereft there, some of you could have a really, like, let's say, exposing conversation about it in the coming weeks, where you really highlight the pressure that you've been under and all the things that you've been doing, and, you know, that you would appreciate a little bit more consideration is what I've got coming through there as well. But a lot of you, this card is like winding things down, slowing the pace so you can take some time off and really have a healthy cutoff point, making sure that rest is rest, and then you're gearing up to set new ideas in motion. And I feel like you're very excited. You know, Ace of Swords, I do see an important communication coming in for you. I'm going to pull a quick card on that to see what that is for you. But ultimately, that Ace of Swords is transformation. How do you change the way that you approach things, new ideas, be inspired? Suddenly you know what to do. Suddenly you're gaining clarity and understanding, and you must act on that idea. It's almost like strike while the iron's hot. Write down any new ideas you have coming through because they are going to be very lucrative. Page of Cups, the Moon card, Four of Swords, and the World card. Okay, so this could be an offer comes in just as you're closing out the year. Okay, something you're going to love. This is a period of following your heart, following your bliss. So if you have written to someone you want to collaborate with, or you've written to a company that you'd like to work for, or you've gone for an interview for something that is in alignment with your heart, or you've even talked to your boss and said, you know what, I'd really love to start a new position or try something new in my sector. The Page of Cups indicates the news that you'll love, the dream that you had becomes your reality on the earthly plane, and it's just before you start to wind down your energy, because the Four of Swords is take a rest, a break, and of course the World card is the end of the year, end of a cycle, and the Moon card can indicate it's hidden. You were not expecting to get this news before the close of the year. So I definitely see that there is something good coming your way. Remember, pages bring news, and Page of Cups, they offer happy news, something that you will absolutely love. And of course, the money will flow from there. There will always be enough money. I feel with that Queen of Pentacles, there is extra available to you. But also the Moon card can indicate some of you, especially if you have been in a period of pause, if you've been let go from a position or been redundant, I definitely see here an offer coming in that I feel like you can't refuse. I feel like you love it. I feel like you want to do it. And the money is going to staircase quite quickly. So of course there may be a probation period where you're offered a certain amount of money, but it will staircase. You will increase your finances within the following months. And also I feel some of you may feel a little bit uncertain about your industry. The Moon card can represent uncertainty, trying to be clear-headed in a period where everything seems to be on its head, where there seems to be a lot of conflict or confusion about the next steps of an industry. For some of you, it could be that you're seeing companies or branches closing, and you may be wondering, where do you stand in all of this? And I feel like you are being really flexible, and I feel there is a role offered to you that you're going to love if you're going through those changes. But also I feel a lot of you, it kind of gives you an incentive to do something that you've been yearning to do for a long time, and you may do it in the in-between space. So if you decide to leave a position, or you have left a position, or you were made redundant, I feel it's kind of set you thinking about doing something that you've wanted to do for a long time. Could be something creative, and you'll see that actually it'll be very successful. The World card is success. It means completion. So whatever it is that you're doing, you may complete on an opportunity. The World card indicates you'll celebrate this. Everything is coming together as it should. You're going to be very productive this month, and everything that you have to do on your to-do list, whether these are projects you just start or whether these are projects that you're trying to finish, you will get them done in the time frame that is necessary. Now, of course, the Ace of Swords, it's in the resistance position at first. So some of you may feel that things have been a little bit slow moving. You've been under a lot of stress. I feel you may even kind of like mistrust the people in your industry. You may feel that everyone is for themselves at this moment in time. You may feel that, especially if you're creating something or you are inventing something, it's really important to copyright or patent your work, okay? Because I feel people want a piece of what you have to offer, and some people, they have not got the means to come up with what it is that you have discovered, and I feel that it'll be very important for you to document something or make it legal before you launch it, just so that, other people are just not benefiting from your product or your service or your gift, and you're not. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that. Ace of Swords normally means transformation, okay? A major breakthrough in your career development, and I feel this is new ideas and new mental clarity as well there. But also the Ace of Swords can indicate some of you may have been slowed down in your energy because you may have been a little bit unwell recently, or you went through an operation or a procedure, and you're just getting back on track. please take the time that's necessary to convalesce, because it's very important. You will come back super recharged and rejuvenated. And I definitely see here, it gives you an opportunity to actually rest, but also absorb new knowledge. So you could be like checking out the latest kind of technology to help you with your industry, or learning more about the ins and outs of your craft. And this really kind of helps you get excited again with new ideas and new directions of how to approach your work. It doesn't always have to be that you're leaving a position to go to something new. It can be that you come back with a different way of doing what you do, and it just feels really exciting. Some of you may also be launching something legal, okay, like a entrepreneurship. You could be setting up your own business and you want to legally make it official. So you could be actually getting some guidance or enlisting some new information that you find on how to set this up legally, so that you can, be more tax efficient, for example, for some of you. And with the Sun card, I feel like you will find the information that is really hard to find, because if something is, really awesome and has the potential to do really well, people, they kind of keep the information to themselves. It's like a closed shop. And I definitely see here that whatever information is hidden from you, it will come to light. And some of you, if you're launching something over the next coming weeks, I feel like you're making it visible. You may not know how it's going to go, but I feel it's very well received. If you're giving a presentation or going for an interview, the next coming weeks, there's a lot of good luck on your side and everything will go in your favor. But please remember that if you ever experience rejection, it means protection and redirection towards something better. So if you have been let down in some area, because the Eight of Cups can indicate that you had to walk away from something or let it go, or it wasn't fulfilling, it just didn't feel right, and it can indicate that you are going to straight away hear of something new, because the universe is like, yeah, that's good, but this is better. So let's get rid of that and let's give you this. So I definitely see change is good for you here as well. But if you're having some time off, which I feel a lot of you are winding things down in order to have a vacation, it gives you really great thinking time and a lot of clarity. So I feel this is really happy energy. It feels like you are recharged. I also feel this energy of being excited about the future, even though you may have felt things are uncertain. The Sun card indicates that there is abundance flowing towards you, and it may be abundance that perhaps did not come your way in 2024. I feel there is a shift happening for you that is truly important indeed. And of course, the Sun card is the most positive card in the deck. It means happiness, joy. It means, really positive outcome, success, and you being seen in your working environment, a spotlight shining on you for everything that you've accomplished. You should feel really proud of yourself because you did this all by yourself, and I feel you've had extra work on your plate, so you may have had a lot delegated, especially if there are redundancies. You may have had to pick up the slack, but the spotlight, the Sun energy, indicates that someone is going to talk to you about more opportunity. So it could be a recognition for a job well done, or even some sort of opportunity to move into a next stage of your industry. Now we do have Tower, and of course this is about you building your empire. It says here, earning power, building a business, sound decisions, corporate job, power, unstable position. Now, because it says unstable position there, I feel a lot of you intuitively, if you feel it's unstable, your basic focus in the next 6 weeks is to be stable. So I feel if anything doesn't feel right intuitively, you're going to leave before it actually has an impact on you, is what I see there, because the Eight of Cups is like you may preempt something where you're like, I'm out. Okay, and you're finding something else to go to before you do that. But ultimately, I feel this is an energy of you making really great decisions and finding out that when you've made your decision, whatever that decision is, and I'm just going to give you an example. If you work for a company, right, it could be that they're reshuffling in management or they're reshuffling positions, and they may offer you another position, and you're kind of like, I'm kind of okay where I'm at, but I like the idea of a little bit more money or doing something new and different. Let's just go for it. And then you go for that role, and then you find out that actually the role that you were in becomes obsolete. They were always going to get rid of that role, but they didn't tell you. And on a hunch, you took the alternative role because you felt you want to change, you want to challenge, you want something new and exciting. And then they made that role obsolete. And you're like, whew, okay, I made the right decision there. So I'm just getting that coming through. For some of you, it could be that You've just left a company and, you've got something new to go to, or you will have very shortly if you haven't, and you're earning more money, you feel more fulfilled in your role, and then you see on I don't really know much about investments, but the FTSE 100 and the NASDAQ. I don't know why all these words are coming towards me, but it's you may see if this company is something that, okay, my guide says floats on the stock market. You may see that they take a dip or they don't do so well. So it's you got out just in time. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with that. I mean, not all of you, because I feel this card is actually really positive. It means you're in a secure position. It means that even in changing circumstances, that you remain in a position of power and strength. You have earning power. So people see you as a real asset in your industry, whatever industry it is that you work in, because you work really hard and you're not afraid to be flexible and take on, new things. You like to diversify. You like to try things out. This is a very explorative time for you, whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you work for a company. And I feel that is an asset to have in this economic climate. Now, of course, the book can indicate new knowledge. I feel a lot of you are absorbing new knowledge, but also thinking about courses of learning for the future. Some of you may find or come across a sudden course. So it could be that you're just scrolling through social media and then suddenly a course of learning in the industry that you're interested in comes up and you're like, that's amazing. I'm going to book that. Because I feel a reinvestment in self coming for the next 6 weeks where you put more money into amplifying your skill set. So I do see that this knowledge is going to be the key to your success. Some of you may even write a course of learning and put it online, because the Ace of Swords is all about the ether, the internet. It could be that you utilize your skill set and put it out there to help others do what you do, and they may find a way to do that, but also it may be something they pay for, or it could be something that's very lucrative for you long term. Some of you may literally be writing a book about your industry, the pitfalls, the pros and cons, and how to help people, the next generation, do what you do. Even if you're retired and you've come to this reading, you're like, tell me about your money. I feel like you're making some really good investments, or you have made some really great investment decisions. I feel some of you, your pensions may reach out to you and ask you to make a decision about some changes regarding your pension, but ultimately I do see a pension increase going on there, or a fluctuation maybe with inflation in some way. And I feel some of you may, as one of your projects, write about the industry you were in, or become a consultant, or keep your foot in the door, as it were, to work on your own time. Some of you, it's just that you want to write a book about stuff, or you just have a genre that you're drawn to and you want to make more money. So whatever it is, I definitely see that you are amplifying your wealth and having lots of ideas on how to do that. And it says here, paperwork, contracts, learning as you go, writing, taking a class, education, and law. A lot of you, the law part, I see you strategizing and finding legal ways to be more financially savvy, either migrating your business to another country, or finding a way to be more nomadic in your industry. For some of you, this is you just like business as usual, paying attention to any contracts or services that are coming to an end, expiry dates, for example, dealing with renewing contracts or services for your business. So it could be like insurance, or internet providers, or premises, whatever it is that you spend your money on regarding your business if you're an entrepreneur. And if you work for a company, it could be that you're like dealing with all the like end of year stuff, tying up loose ends there, and basically having a little bit of time maybe on your break or during some lull moments to pick up a good book and just like submerge yourself in that too. Three of Pentacles, if you've had some problems with team issues, I definitely see the next 6 weeks, people are just nicer. It just feels like everybody's working together for the same common goal. But ultimately, I feel in your personal energy, this is about you engineering a plan for 2025, really tapping into your creativity, honing your craft, and realizing that you are a gift. You tend to go above and beyond. You're very talented, and this is about you installing certain procedures or structures to make sure that you run on optimum levels, don't waste your time, and are more efficient with your schedule. So I definitely see that you are inspired, and some of you may even consult either become a consultant, I mentioned that earlier, but you may consult like a third party to help you regarding business strategies, or it may be that you book a course on how to do these business strategies, like how to be like a social media whiz, for example, or I don't know what the cool kids are doing these days, but I feel there's this energy of people working together and you sticking to your plans. I mean, Three of Pentacles on a personal level means you're very careful about your money, you're clever about the decisions that you make. You may be weighing up your options right now, trying to purchase something that's large, like a car, a house, or something else that you really want to treat yourself with, and you're just consolidating what you have right now and waiting for the right moment to find the best deal. And you will, because that Queen of Pentacles tells me that you are really efficient with your resources and you make a little go a long way, finding good deals and discounts, but also a lot of you may actually reinvest in your home space. So it could be that you are doing some decorating over the next 6 weeks or decluttering, DIY. Some of you may buy some nice things for around the home space just to make it more of a sanctuary. Some of you may be working from home, as I said, during this period, and it's about limiting any distractions. And of course, this card is an indication that you work really hard for the money that you've got, but you are multiplying and you are on a trajectory of getting more, moving into higher pay grades in 2025, setting yourself up in the process to be able to do that. And this card indicates that you like to create security for yourself, your loved ones, and people will actually turn to you for advice during this month as well. Some of you may need to train someone to do what you do whilst you take a vacation as well. And when you come back, I mean, this person does the best that they can, okay? But I feel like they just don't have the attention to detail that you do have, and they may miss something, so you may have to return to something when you return. A little bit frustrating, but I feel it kind of highlights that you're the best person for the job, and no one can do what you're doing because they don't care enough, or they just, they miss things. They just, whoever this person is, I feel it could be a temp, or some of you, it could be that you are the temp and you go to work at a place and you're like, oh my gosh, in like 5 minutes, you've like reorganized the whole place, seen errors where errors have been missed, and just really like setting them all up and sorting them out. And you're like, how does anything get done here? They need to be way more organized. So however it is, I feel like you set the cogs in motion to strategize for the year ahead. I feel like you're really on top of your game, and I feel this energy of you kind of like doing what you do, people talking about you behind your back in a really good way, because the Three of Pentacles, there's normally, one person who's on like a stool and they're doing some architectural work, which basically means you're the architect of your dreams. But there's two people who are looking on and talking about that figure. And I feel people are talking about what you do. And I feel there is an opportunity in the works, or I feel some of you may even be headhunted during this time. But I feel the information or the knowledge that you absorb over the next coming weeks, even the hidden stuff, I feel it really sets you apart from everybody else in your industry, okay? Finally, we have big chance. So something being offered to you, you may have to make a decision about it. So it may kind of require a certain notice period on the other thing that you're doing. For some of you, it could be your big opportunity, but there's something attached to it like travel, or it's outside of your usual parameters, or there's something about it that you may need to negotiate. And it is a big opportunity, and I feel like you're going to love it. But at the same time, it comes with a set of parameters that you're like, okay, let me really think this through. It says the odds are stacked in your favor, so go for it now. Your cup overflows. So that really connects to that strike while the iron's hot energy. I feel, cups tend to represent the dream, and Three of Cups are always celebration. So I feel there's 3 cups there. Something is blossoming. You're going to celebrate yourself because you did this. The universe offered you opportunities, but also you grabbed those opportunities. You're ready and you are prepared. And I feel you're taking it to the top, whatever the top is for in your industry. And it says bountiful career. Okay, so very fruitful time for you. I feel things have started changing in energy since October, okay? But I feel things are going to become more positive from January for you. And it says, keep growing in knowledge and plant your seeds. Convert seeds to profits. We've already talked about that in this reading there. And also we've got information. more books, okay? I mean, this is a big sign for you. If you're writing a course of learning or writing a book about your industry, or perhaps you're creating a presentation or a blog or something that imparts your wisdom to other people, I feel this could be very lucrative for you. And it says here, to write or express yourself in words opens new doors. Say what's on your mind. So if you're going for an interview as well or giving a presentation, this is a great time for you to win the room. And I feel like you're going to bag that deal or that job, okay? Now I'm just going to go and get a trinket or rune for you. Okay, so we have a mushroom, okay? So this can indicate that there have been some difficult times in your career, but you've grown through them, and now you're looking at growth in your career. You know, mushrooms, they tend to grow in the dark, but also some of you may be looking at toxic traits or patterns in the working environment and really trying to articulate your needs from a healthy place, or walk away from anything that's toxic or does not value you and your skill set, okay? I feel like you want to be working, of course, in a healthy environment and attach yourself to things that grow, including your bank account. We've also got the snake. So, I mean, I didn't see any like negative energy around you, you know, but I mean, it's always good to patent your ideas. That's the only thing I could really feel that someone may try to steal your ideas. Is there a snake in the grass in your industry? Who's watching your social media posts? Are they like taking some of your posts and sharing them as your own? If you're someone who creates things and puts them online, does someone else just share them and pretend that they did it? You know, even if you work for a company, is your boss taking your ideas? So some of you may be looking at envy in the working environment, or someone who has been trying to tap into your ideas. I mean, the snake actually for me is very positive. It means transformation, shedding old skin, letting go of 2024 and saying, well, done that, experienced that, and you know, you're looking ahead to a brighter future. We've also got Hagao. Now this can indicate that some of you, there's an upheaval. So I did mention there could be like an office move or some sort of shuffle when it comes to what you know. Even if you're an entrepreneur, there could be some upheavals in your industry. Rules, regulations, policies, new paperwork to sign, and all the sort of red tape that goes along with that. But I feel it only delays you. I don't feel it impedes you, and I feel like you get over that. This trinket can also indicate that a lot of you are looking at the limitations in your industry and trying to safeguard yourself against that at this time. And I feel that if you've had any disruptions in your industry or in your working day environment, especially in terms of sound, or a person trying to, you know, derail you or basically push your buttons, I feel like you kind of phase them out. And I feel there is a payoff for you really focusing on whatever it is you need to do at this time and not engaging in anything that distracts you, okay? So I'm seeing headphones right now, so it could be that some of you are canceling this person out, either listening to music, maybe that makes you more productive. Please take it as it resonates. But I feel this is more about you submerging yourself in your plans and knowing that they are going to bear fruit and that you're going to feel really proud of yourself, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates, my beautiful Taurians. Thank you so much, and love and light.